Peace and blessings. Welcome back to the channel. Mr. 1000 Reps here with you. Today's a special day. On this episode, we have an interview with our first sponsored athlete, a boxer out of Phoenix, Arizona, Mr. Dangerous, Demarius Watson.
Mr. 1000 Reps.
So today, once again, I have the pleasure of interviewing a very special person in my life. Not only is he an inspiring athlete and an upcoming boxer in the ranks, but he's also a young man who values his family, who values God, and also values his talent, which is to box. Mr. Demarius Watson. How are you today, brother?
Great, man.
All right, well, welcome. Just kind of want to get into it and just ask you a few questions about you because I'm really inspired by the things I talk to you about behind the scenes. So, if you don't mind, can you give us a little bit of an insight as to what your daily life is on a week when you're not boxing?
Man, on a week I'm not boxing, it's really never a week I'm not boxing, but on a week outside of training camp, it's just a lot of family time. I'm always in the gym, but just a little less intense than usual, and then a lot of good food, a lot of family time. That's the best way I can put it.
Now, when you are on a training, regimen, and you're going into the gym, let's say preparing for a fight, how intense is that?
Training for a fight, man, it could be 2-3 workouts a day. I'm gonna wake up super early in the morning, try to get out there before the sun get up, because it's hot out here in AZ. So
Yep.
I try to get me a jog in, usually be like 5 miles, and then after that, a lot of people don't know I'm a barista 3 days out the week. So I might go to work, serve some people some coffee, chop it up with the people, then get off work, watch film, eat, go to practice, train for 2-3 hours, watch some more film, go to do my strength conditioning, and then come home, watch more film, get in my word, and go to sleep and repeat.
All right. Well, let me ask you a couple questions about that. When you are going to go boxing, since you're in this field, first of all, when did you get your pro card?
I turned professional January 2024, so last year's January. So it's been about a year and some change since I.
And how many fights have you had as a pro?
Man, with the grace of God, 9. I'm 9-0 as a professional. That
9-0.
Because when I turned pro last January, my goal was to have 5 fights before the end of the year, and I end up ending the year off at 8-0. Now I'm 9-0.
Wow. So you have an upcoming fight, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, April 19th. I'm coming for 9-0, man. I've been saying it all camp. last time I told them I'm gonna blow his candles out. This time I've been saying April 19th. I'm putting somebody to sleep. So.
Wow. So
Yeah.
you're just blowing them all out.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So let me ask you this: with your fights, do you know who you're fighting? Because part of your fight, obviously, there's some preparation. So when you're preparing for your fight, do you know who you're fighting in advance, or does it sometimes just change?
I'm glad you asked me this, because a lot of people don't know. When you in the beginning of your career and you're still a prospect, it's kind of hard for sometimes for them to find your opponents. So in this next situation, they looking for an opponent. Sometimes you'll get close to fight week. You might know who you fighting a week out. You might know who you fighting, but the important thing is to just train as hard as you can. Train like you fighting Muhammad Ali, and get in there and respect that man as if he's a Muhammad Ali until you break him down and have your fun, be slippery, and get him out of there.
Wonderful. Now, Mr. 1000 Reps has 4 components. We talk about nutrition, mental health, spiritual strength, and we also talk about physical fitness. So can you just give us a little bit of a rundown of your nutrition?
Man, my nutrition looks like just a lot of high quality, high protein foods. I just try to get about a gram per pound in my body weight just to maintain muscle, build muscle. Carbs is, a lot of people like to stray away from carbs, but carbs is good if you eat the right ones.
All right.
Especially with what I do, I explode a lot, so that take a lot of carbs. Fats is very important. I understand macronutrients, so I know all them things is important. You can't skip out on none of them. But I just make sure, I don't track or nothing like that. I just make sure I keep my food mainly whole foods, mainly one ingredient, minimal ingredients. You shouldn't look at the back of a package and it got 50 things in it. It should all be things from the earth. So.
All right, wonderful. So, as being our first sponsored athlete, we did provide you some BCAAs and also some Pure 3 whey isolate in a vanilla. So, can you give us a little update as to how that's been going for you?
Man, we definitely got to start out with the what you say, Pure 3?
Yeah, the Pure 3 whey.
We got to start off with that whey protein. That was fire. I usually don't like, Honestly, I take whole food protein, so I usually don't really dig with the way or like the way vanilla protein tastes. It's a little gritty, texture be off, the vanilla flavor be like kind of synthetic.
Correct.
I made, you guys asked me to make you a reel on the protein. I made the reel thinking I wasn't even gonna drink the shake. I was just gonna make the reel. I made the shake. I look at my auntie, my manager. I said, "Man, it's the best vanilla protein I ever had. It tastes amazing." And I end up downing the shake. No, the protein is fire. I definitely like the BCAAs. I really don't know too much about them as to what it's doing for my body, but I know I'm supposed to drink them during my workout, and I really just feel like I'm replenishing myself as I'm losing.
All right, that's
vitamins.
wonderful.
So.
All right. So how about the mental health part? Because being that you're constantly in the gym, you know, you're a young man. Well, how old are you again now?
19. I just turned 19 February 11th.
Yep. So happy birthday on that. And just being so dedicated as you are to your craft and wanting to, you know, achieve, you know, a greater, I would say, response with the plans that you have. On the mental health side, how hard is it for you to stay focused on the fact that you don't know who you're fighting, but yet you still have to train like you're fighting Muhammad Ali all the time?
Man, like you said, I if I don't know who I'm fighting or if I know who I'm fighting, I still gotta train like I'm fighting for Muhammad Ali. I guess you could say like mentally, I just kind of I cling to the words that's in the Bible. I'm a big believer. I take my faith very seriously, so I just kind of just lean on Him, trust in Him, and just give Him all my worries and lay my anxiety down at His feet. Allow Him to take control, and
that's
I don't
dope.
know. I feel like peace, and
that's
being
dope.
at peace
That's
is
dope.
the best thing.
Peace is balance, so you
Yeah.
know you're on a great path with that. So we've talked about nutrition, we talked about mental health. How about spiritual strength? Which here at the channel, you know, when we're on YouTube and we're talking about that, and in this interview, we consider spiritual strength to be your will. So how willed are you, you know, in regards to your boxing career?
So when it comes to that, man, it's either, you know, win or they gonna have to carry me out. Like I'm trying to get in there and feel me. This is what I want to do. I'm putting all my eggs in one basket. So, and God willing, it's meant for me. God
Correct.
willing, and He continues to show me that it is. You know what
Correct.
I'm saying? Since the last fight, I've been saying like I know I'm gonna make it to the top of this boxing game. It's a matter of how it's gonna be done, and
Correct.
I'm gonna just let Him control that path. Continue to guide me and just keep me within His will for me. But when it comes to having a mentality of like a winner's mindset, I'm going in to win every time.
That's
you hit
dope.
me with a shot, I gotta get it back. You feel me? If you get me with a good combo, I'm gonna get mad. I gotta get that back. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
dope. Well, you know, as I talk to you on the side, but you know, one of the things that I was taught always as a young man is this: the man is determined not by the fall, but how you get up. So you don't have to necessarily fall in order to get up. It could just be like you said, oh man, I took a good shot and I practiced so hard to not take those good shots or be able to take that good shot so I could come back. And it shows a lot of will. Lastly, physical fitness. How often do you work out when you're not on a actual a regimen for a fight?
When I'm not on a regimen for a fight, I'm probably at least doing one a day. Like whether it's a run or a boxing workout, I like to be in the gym. That's just what I love to do. Just like a lot of regular people that's not training for fights. You like to work out.
Of
You're
course.
not getting ready for no competition.
Nope.
And it's mentally what you like to do. I like to. Some people like to cook. Some people like to draw. I like to work out. I love to box. Mainly boxing. You know what I'm saying? So I like to box. I run here and there during outside of camp. I feel like it's important to stay to keep your cardio right, keep your legs strong. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to. Well, what I do, I want to stay ready constantly. You never know
Correct.
you're gonna get that call. So imagine I'm at the gym for 2 months because I don't got no fight. Then they call me and say you fighting in 2 weeks. Then what? You know what I'm
Correct.
saying?
It's an uphill battle at that
I'm
point.
always trying to be ready. And then in boxing also, you always gotta watch your weight. So if I look on the scale and it's looking a little heavy, I might gotta do 3 workouts that day. You know what I'm saying? So,
And what do you normally fight? What's your category that you fight in?
I fight at 140 pounds. That could be considered super lightweight or junior welterweight.
All right, dope. See, I've never boxed. The only thing I've ever done is reps. So another thing too, because I want people to know, this is a young man who's aspiring, to do great things for himself, for his family, and the ones around him. What's the name of your camp that you go to?
I train at a Fuentes Boxing Gym.
Fuentes Boxing Gym. In addition to that, knowing that you're doing all this training, what's your look or your outlook on, how you feel or how you look when you train versus when you don't train?
Honestly, I feel like I just try to always make sure I'm putting the right things in my body. I just, it's a hard discipline to practice, but I feel like it's definitely worth it. I feel like it's more as I'm maturing with everything. I'm just making sure like it's more for me. It's more based on. Cause I know like when it's time to fight, I'm about to get cut up and look shredded and look, I'm gonna look pretty, what I'm saying? I'm gonna look good for everybody, but I like the way I feel, so I'm gonna put the right things in my body just because I like the way I feel. Just like I'm gonna work out because I like the way it makes me feel. You don't always have to have. Your reason don't always gotta be for competition or I gotta make this way. I feel like you should kind of be self-motivated in a way. I like the way this makes my body feel. I like the way this makes me feel mentally. So let me do that for myself.
And that's really important. So there you go. We talked about peace. We talked about inner feeling, inner strength, and we also talked about your man being a champion sooner or later. And I'm a true believer. Once again, he is our first sponsored athlete. When we went to your fight and we were so proud to see you blow that boy's candles out. You know what I mean?
Yes,
So
sir.
we want to see you continue to do it. We'll try to be at your next fight. If we can't, we'll definitely be on your next fight after that. But what are you going for? 10-0, I think you said?
10-0, man. Double-digit dubs on the way.
Double-digit
Double
dubs,
digit
man.
dubs, man.
Well, we appreciate
God
you taking the time out of your day and out of your, your workout, your regimen to come out and just share time with us,
No problem, man.
And just let us know anything else you need. V-Cut Nutrition is here for you to support
sir.
you. And also, your camp if they need something. And what can we say? As Mr. 1000 Reps always says, just keep repping, baby.
Yes, sir.
Peace.